Picture this scenario. Aku nak korang bayangkan apa yang aku nak cakap ni vividly with your imagination. Kau imagine you have your own house, or well, kalau kau dah ada rumah, kau imagine lah rumah kau sendiri. And this will be an important thing. Kau percaya yang kejiranan kau tu selamat sebab you have complete trust for your neighbors. Ingat that point. Then kau keluar dari rumah sebab, I don't know, reasons. Maybe buying groceries, balik kampung ke, whatever. It's not my job nak jaga tepi kain korang kan. But when you come back home, rumah kau terbuka, banyak barang berharga kau kena curi, and suffice to say, it's not really a situation you want to be in. And here's the $1,000,000 question. Siapa yang bersalah? Hello, guys. Lama tak buat video. Tolonglah faham I'm basically juggling 5 different jobs because the economy. Duh. Also, I have a new hair, and kawan aku cakap rambut baru ni buruk, and that's kind of the point. Rambut in real life aku pun buruk juga. Tengoklah nanti aku rajin ke tak nak edit avatar ni to look more like myself in the future. And if you ask me why, sebab hey, spoiler alert, us YouTubers actually look worse in real life. Yeah, whatever. Let's go back to the video. Okay, so scenario awal tadi tu, apa jawapan korang? Salah pencuri tu sebab masuk, or salah empunyi rumah sebab tak kunci pintu? Well, aku rasa we all can agree yang memang salah pencuri tu sebab masuk and well, mencuri. Dah. But if ada dalam hati kau nak jawab yang memang salah house owner tu juga, well, that's why we're here today, ladies and germs. That's right, we're gonna talk about victim blaming. Some of you mungkin dah faham what victim blaming is based on the premise yang aku baru je showcase awal tadi. But here's the thing, kita duduk dekat Malaysia, a fairly conservative country. Negara kita ni rata-rata rakyatnya sangat-sangat konservatif, dan terma-termai macam ni agak asing lah untuk diorang. Which is why I started making YouTube videos in the first place, sebab I kind of want to bring these things to light and bagi a very basic outlook on apa benda yang aku rasa negara kita ni tak cukup awareness on. Victim blaming adalah situasi yang terjadi di mana mangsa sesuatu jenayah atau apa-apa perbuatan salah laku dipersalahkan secara penuh atau separa atas kejadian buruk yang diorang kena disebabkan oleh sesuatu yang diorang buat atau tak buat. So nak ambil contoh, senario contoh yang aku bagi tadi lah. Kita mempersalahkan owner rumah sebab dia tak kunci rumah, yang menyebabkan kecurian barang-barang berharga owner rumah tu sendiri. That is basically victim blaming. It's actually a very easy concept to grasp, and aku tak tahu kenapa aku kena explain berkali-kali. Mungkin salah kau. Yes, the one viewing this video, maybe it's your fault because you didn't understand apa yang aku cakap. See what I did there? I live in a constant state of fear. But actually, it's not as simple as that. Me blaming you as a joke for not understanding sepatah haram pun apa yang aku cakap is not really an accurate or even proper representation of victim blaming. But you get the gist, right? Victim blaming adalah sesuatu yang agak common globally, and aku akan gunakan benda yang paling selalu terjadi, especially kepada golongan wanita sebagai point yang aku akan gunakan for some parts of the video to explain victim blaming ni. So kepada orang yang masih deal dengan this form of trauma, aku nak bagi korang trigger warning. So for your mental safety, please click off the video unless you are confident that you will be able to stomach apa yang aku akan cakap ni.
Uh-oh, Richard! Oh, wow!
Rogol. Yes, kes rogol adalah kes yang paling banyak isu bila kita bercakap tentang victim blaming. It's the point that I choose untuk explain sebab globally, especially untuk cultures ataupun budaya-budaya yang tend to see mangsa rogol as lesser people, victim blaming is almost always guaranteed to happen. Aku rasa aku tak perlu explain kot. Even kat negara kita ni, benda ni sangat obvious selalu berlaku, especially now that we have social media. Sebagai contoh, pada tahun 2015 in Somalia, seorang wanita bernama Fatima, bukan nama sebenar by the way, telah diculik dan dirogol oleh sekumpulan remaja. Lepas dia dan juga pelaku tu semua kena tahan. And yes, I did not say that wrong. Dia pun kena tahan sekali. She was detained for a whole month, and dalam sebulan tu dia kena rogol pula dengan seorang pegawai polis yang ada dekat situ berkali-kali for the whole month. Victims of victim blaming. Wow, wait. Victims of victims. Victimception. Okay, never mind. Ignore me. Victims of victims blaming. Ni kesian tau tak? Sebab yelah, kau tak minta pun benda tu berlaku, tapi kau kena juga. And worse, based on the Fatima punya case yang aku baru sebut tadi, she in a way got it worse compared to the actual progols. I added an S sebab plural. If tak ada dalam vocabulary Manglish, aku nak request we make that a thing, can we? But yeah, I hope korang nampak lah the problem with victim blaming at this point, right? Before I delve deeper with this, aku nak balik lagi ke point rumah yang tak berkunci tadi. Mesti dalam kepala korang ada yang akan terfikir, of course lah salahkan rumah, siapa suruh dia tak kunci, memanglah orang nak benda free dia akan masuk. Or maybe korang akan terfikir, iyalah, kalau tak perlu jaga and bukan salah tu rumah, fikirlah kenapa bank kena ada guard lah apa semua. Well, a common counter argument to victim blaming is, well, people should have known what are good and bad things to do, which is 100% true. Unfortunately, kita bukan hidup dalam masyarakat yang bersifat utopian ataupun kehidupan bermasyarakat yang sangat-sangat ideal daripada semua aspek. There are 7 billion people in the world, and very obviously akan ada orang yang sangat-sangat jahat living among us. Nak tengok bukti orang jahat pun abuden lah. Tengok berita hari-hari, kes macam-macam. Tak perlu tengok jauh, tengok kerajaan and ahli-ahli politik Malaysia pun, kau pilih parti mana pun semua tak boleh harap. Am I allowed to say that? Oh, whatever. Okay. So now aku nak cakap pula about kenapa people blame the victim in the first place. Jawapan dia actually sangat simple. All of us, deep down, nak sedapkan hati diri sendiri je. Yep, that's basically just it. Bila kita tanya orang, kau dah lock pintu ke? Siapa suruh kau nak juga ikut dia masuk rumah? All of this is basically just us implying something like, kalau aku, takkan jadi kat aku sebab aku dah buat itu, ini semua. We all just want to feel better about ourselves. Dekat negara barat kan, rata-rata tengok victim blaming as a problem, and pada pendapat aku, things are that way dekat negara diorang sebab, well, they're just more civilized. Kalau ada korang yang somehow triggered sebab you think I'm implying that negara kita, rakyat rata-rata pemikiran tak civilized, dan do get triggered because, well, it's true. Why do you think New Zealand senang je handle the pandemic? Sebab rakyat diorang civilized. See the bigger picture and follow SOP betul-betul. Kau nak tengok Malaysia macam mana? Tengok je video bodoh budaya kita yang aku dah pernah post dulu kat channel ni. And ala-ala korang nak binge content channel aku kan, elok jugalah korang tekan subscribe button tu. Because tell me, mana lagi korang nak cari YouTuber yang buat content macam ni untuk orang Malaysia? Despite benda-benda yang aku cakap ni, it doesn't mean that bila korang keluar rumah tak perlu kunci. Kunci je for added protection. That's also why martial arts is a thing, untuk self-defense. More protection is always good. And now that I've talked about protection, please, for the love of God, men, use a fucking condom. What the fuck, dude? Tolonglah. Dah lah tu banyak sangat kes buang bayi. Jangan jadi progol ya, gentlemen and germs. But untuk yang buat dengan consent tu, please, for the love of God, wear a fucking condom. Bodohnya lah orang yang tak fikir jauh ni. Aduh. Hei. Akhir kata, to all the people who were victim blamed in the past, I'm just gonna say this. It is not your fault. Pelaku yang melakukan sesuatu, it's entirely their fault. Kalau aku dah pram air susu Dutch Lady full cream untuk aku binge watch my favorite series on Netflix bila aku cuti, and you took my goddamn Dutch Lady full cream without my permission, it's your fault. Yes, this is a very random ramble about someone ambil susu favorite aku, which is totally not sarcasm towards someone in my home. Totally. But yeah, it's not your fault. And if you've been dealing with some sort of trauma because of the things that happened to you in the past, trust me, it's their fault, not yours. And I'm proud of you for enduring. Proud of you for being a strong, badass mofo. Proud of you for being strong enough to, well, be here. For everyone else yang baru start tengok my videos, just nak pesan yang tak semua benda dalam video aku ni korang patut telan mentah-mentah. Think of it as a new perspective and fahamkan in your own way. Remember, don't be a victim of mob mentality. Be your own person with your own individuality and ideals. Jangan main ikut je. Hadamkan everything yang kau dengar and formulate your own opinions about it. And about victim blaming ni, I encourage you to read more about it in research papers yang people around the world dah buat. Sebab remember, video ni should be just an introduction and example for you to at least understand that it is an actual issue that more people need to know about. I'm just giving a rough overview about this issue, basically. Read up, peeps. Nothing to lose, literally. That's about it. I'll see you guys again some other time, hopefully. And selamat berpuasa. Okay, bye-bye.